Hi guys, welcome to the weekend. We are resuming our hero WODs on this Saturday. This is one that we've done in the past before a couple of times. It's called Abbate. It has rowing or skiing or biking, or if you're at home, running, and clean and jerks. So for the warm-up, what we're going to do is 45 seconds of work, 15-second transition. I want you to start with your cardio of choice. Ideally, if you're at home, you're going to go for a run, but if you can't do that, grab a jump rope and jump rope. If you don't have a jump rope, do some burpees. After that, we're going to go weighted PVC power clean. So for this, guys, we're going to have the hands set just outside of the hips, about thumb width distance. I also want you to hook grip so fingers go around the thumbs. We're going to pull the shoulders down and back. Feet are going to be right underneath us. We're going to dip, pushing those knees out, push the butt back, keep the bar in contact with the legs. From here, I'm going to sweep the bar into my hips. I'm going to jump and catch, pulling those elbows through and letting the bar go back into my fingertips. From here, I'm going to catch the bar into my hips, use that to push my hips back, push my knees out, reset to mid-shin. I'm going to jump and catch and stand all the way up. If you're at home, what I want you to do is grab just one of your dumbbells or kettlebells, and you're going to do alternating power cleans. Remember on these guys, I want you to think about keeping the weight close to your body and touching the weight on top of the shoulder. I'll come down, switch to the other side, and I'm just going to pop my hips and then stand all the way up with the weight. Next we're going to do at the gym is we're going to go to our empty barbell power cleans. At home, I want you to go ahead and grab both weights. You can have them on the inside of the feet or on the outside. I'll demo both. One head's going to touch. You're going to jump and clean it up to the shoulders. Stand all the way up. You'll go back down, touch, jump, and stand. If you want to bring the feet in a little bit closer, have the weights on the outside of the feet, that's fine too. I would say play around with both and do whichever feels more comfortable to you. Next, we're going to go back to the PVC. We're going to work on push press as well as push jerk. So for this, guys, the hands are going to be just outside the shoulders. We're not going to hook grip. Instead, I want you to have the bar and those fingertips. Let it rest on your shoulders. From here, we're going to dip, pushing those knees out, and then drive up overhead. So when I dip, I'm dipping straight down. I'm not leaning forward with my torso. So it's a dip, drive. I'm going to bring the bar down, drive right back up. At the halfway point, I want you to switch to a push jerk. I'm going to dip, drive under the bar, and stand up with it. So I'm still dipping, driving, but notice that I've landed in a quarter squat, and then I'm standing all the way up with the bar. So it's a dip, drive under, stand. At the top, as always, my ears are covered by my biceps. For those of you at home, you're going to grab one weight, and actually, we're going to have you grab two weights. I'm going to have you practice your push press first. So again, dip, drive. Dip, drive. Next, if you're at the gym, we're going to go empty barbell, push press, and push jerk. Those of you at home, I want you to go ahead and spend this time working just the push jerk. So we're going to dip, drive under, stand. Again, make sure that when you're dipping, that torso stays vertical and doesn't lean forward. And then lastly, we're just going to put this all together for our clean and jerk. So we're going to start with our hook grip, knees out, butt back. We're going to clean and then press out overhead. I'll come back down, mid-shin, clean, push jerk in this case. Either of those are acceptable. You could also split jerk, but most will be push pressing or push jerking today. And then lastly, for those of you at home, we're going to put this together. We're going to start with the weights on the ground. We'll clean and then go right into our press. We'll come back down, tap, and stand. We'll take about 3 minutes at the gym to let everyone finish warming up to their working weight for today. Let's talk about the workout. This is 4 time. We're going to have a 35-minute time cap. You're going to start with a 1,600-meter row or ski or 3.2 bike, or if you're at home, I want a 1-mile run. After that, we're going to go 21 clean and jerks. The RX weight is 155 for the guys, 1 of 3 for the ladies. Then you're going to do a half mile or 800-meter cardio portion, and then 21 clean and jerks, same weight, and then finish off with the 1,600 meters or 1 mile run. For the scaling options for this, Obviously you can reduce the weight. I would say something you can complete in 5 to 7 sets at most. So for some of you, this might be relatively on the light to moderate side, and you might string 5 to 7 reps together, get done in 3 or 4 sets, and that's totally fine. I think what we want to try and avoid is 21 singles, especially because we can't really drop from overhead when we're outside at the gym. But that is a way that you could do it. Again, we do want to finish the work though in 35 minutes, so try to pick something you can string a few reps together with. The other thing we can also do is reduce the distances. So I would say reduce the distance if 1 mile or 1,600 meters is going to take more than 10 minutes. And you'll know that after the very first portion of the workout. So just look up at the clock. If you're in that kind of 9.5, 10 minute mark, you're going to scale the next 2 portions. And I would suggest 1,200 meters, 600 meters, and 1,200 meters for the distances. Lastly, guys, after we capture your times and weights and any other modifications you might have made, we're going to do some daily mobility. So we've got 5 pieces here. The first one, guys, is going to be our glutes. So you're going to have a seat on the roller. You can just go back and forth, and I like to move the knees in and out, kind of hits different areas. You can also go one at a time. So I'm going to bring the right leg up. That means my right arm is back behind me, and I can just kind of lean in and dig in on that right side a little bit more, and then I would just switch to the other side. Next, we're going to go into the hamstrings. So for these, typically do both hamstrings at the same time. I like to rotate my feet in and out. Again, just hitting the inner and outer portions of the hamstrings. Next, we're going to go calves. Same idea. I like to work all the way up, kind of rotate, come back down, and then the same as I go up and come back down. For the lats, you're going to get set up about mid-back. I typically like to do 1 vertebrae at a time, so I'll lean back, touch, exhale, come up, and then I'll just roll down 1 vertebrae, arms up and back. For some of you, you might not be able to have your hands touch, and that's fine. Another way you can do this is also just kind of typically rolling back and forth. I would put the arms up overhead though. You can also lean over to one side and really try to focus in on the right lat and then the left lat. And then our last position is going to be our snow angel. So for this, guys, you're just going to rotate the roller so it's lengthwise here. Head is on the roller always. We want to make sure that we protect the head. And then the butt's at the other end, knees are bent, palms are up. And then I'm just going to rotate up into my snow angel. So that should feel very relaxing. That's our recovery for today, guys. If you have any questions about anything, please let me know. Be sure to put in the comments your score. As always, move well, good luck, and have fun.